All right, this is Malenia, one of the top players in the game. We're about 50-50. She's probably beating us a little bit more than we're winning. But this is a all new Ray Master strategy that she's not going to be very she's not going to know what to do because she probably hasn't encountered this strategy. So I feel like our chances are high here. We have not yet been blind countered with a melter on the round we click link. So that means that we always have an opportunity to win. All right. I think this is what we do. No need to look at what the opponent's doing. So, what is this? Tank carry? I don't see the link. Obviously not a believer of the link. Me personally, I'm not a believer of the mech rage. You know, you'd have to drop the price to 100 before, you know, you get us interested in it. The range literally does nothing because the tanks mark forward. The tanks are just tanks. If you think about it, the tanks are Phantom Rays. Right? They're going to be the front line. So why do you need range? What else is going to be your front line? It's not the most intuitive thing to think that range is garbage, but just think about it, right? When you have heal and link, why would you go range? You're paying the same amount of money. The only time I think range might be good is if you're you know, there's no situation where it's good, because when you click range, then, you know, you're just making the wasps, you know, you want the wasp to have range and no range on the tank. Okay, we obviously go for the wasp, I think. Problem is, you don't want him to start building Mustangs early. That's a bit of a problem, right? And then once his Mustangs get leveled, then, you know, all of a sudden you can't go for your cheese. But I think you don't want to be scared here. Like, do we go for 3 deploys here or what? We don't have that much chaff. I think I could go for 3 deploys. Put them like this because I don't think, you know, our tank line is going to be super long, and it's not really for the missile anymore. It's just for, you know, just some chaff. So we could do something like this. Really, it's a different way of positioning it, but I like this now a bit better. Probably put it here, even though I just don't want him to build a Mustang here. He has defended with the Fangs, so that's good news. If you see Mustangs, then that means you probably have to go Phantom Rays, and Phantom Rays are just not as good of a chaff as the Wasps are into melting points. What I still haven't figured out is, when do you go for the Wasp? When do you go for the Phantom Ray? Obviously, you go for Wasp most of the time, but when are the times you need to go for the Phantom Ray? That's one thing I quite haven't exactly put my finger on. Okay, I think you go for the speed at that price. It's a pretty good choice. Now we're kind of stuck with, I want another deploy, but I don't have another deploy. So I guess I could go for this, but I think I want one more deploy of something. Probably just do this here, and we'll level up this guy. Not ideal. I would definitely like another tank. I might want the tank here to start building the link, so I could go for the link next turn. Round 3, there's no Scorpion, so that means I'm going to go link. You can see that the link kind of breaks apart. It's going to be two separate packs. I don't think there's a way you can ensure the full link, but it's probably good that it does break apart. We are losing here to his sledges. Maybe he thinks this is a sledge mirror. And he's going to click range first or something. I'm actually happy that he's winning. He or she, that is. Amplifying core, laser sight would be interesting on this, but it doesn't do anything. Amp core doesn't do, lightning storm doesn't do anything. We're gonna skip here. Sell out of this typhoon, I think, unless we want to create a bit of a distraction temporarily, like here. But I feel like this doesn't do that much. It doesn't accomplish much. Like this crawler probably kills it. So I'll just go straight in for the link on this round. Don't think we need to upgrade this. I'll probably just go for another chaff. Okay, hope for the best. We go link right into the scorpion. Haven't quite encountered this yet. Like the timing between the link and the scorpion is exactly the same. Not a good first lock, but it's probably okay. Lock's here, but this is fine. One scorpion can't do anything. 3 scorpions will kill everything though, but 1 scorpion is fine. So I guess it's not a problem if he goes for the scorpion, just a single scorpion. At this point. So we know our game plan, right? Just wasps at this point. We could go for the attack item though, or we could go for the free wasp. I think I'll go for the attack item. It's probably better value. Start selling out of these guys. Maybe this isn't doing much. More wasp. And we'll go for the attack. We are vulnerable to missile, of course. But we're just gonna take the chance. We could go for temp range. I think that's not a bad idea. Could also borrow. Let's not borrow here. We're not going to kill him in 1 round. We know that. Melters. Okay, now it's double shot right away. Makes perfect sense. But does he have an answer for the fangs? Can we kill his fangs before his fangs kill our wasp is the question. He'll definitely kill the... we actually have a lot of chaff coming in, so we're not even doing that bad. We might keep most of our... Yep, we keep most of our guys alive. And we're just ever so slightly have a few... The wasps were very close. Get them down to 2k, I think. Almost 2k. Okay, just 500 there. Now we start borrowing. Ion Beam is probably going to wreck us hardcore. I think we have to use it against him as well. There's so many spells here that are not good for us. I think you might as well go for the orbital Jaff here, I feel. Like, you're not necessarily going to kill that much. You don't need to kill his tanks. You don't need to kill storms. You might as well just go for the orbital Jav. I feel. Just go on this one, I think. I could go on this one as well. They're both level 1. Did more damage, so I'll do that. I think he just murks us with the beam. There's not much we can do about it. I think we just build more. Just double down on this. let's think about this here. What can we do? We gotta go for speed. We already have speed. Go for another Wasp. That's all we can go for. Could sell something. Don't know what to sell. Don't know if we need to sell anything. I'll just go for it. I'm running out of time. Probably should have sold something. Go for the shield. I'm shocked that he didn't go for any. I'm shocked to see he didn't go for any spell. Like the orbital jab has to be good. Did he go range on the Fang? Okay, he did. So what we need is probably need shield on the Fangs next turn, but this turn we obviously didn't have the money for it, which is fine. The Fangs are a real problem here. A huge problem. They heal back up. Let's kill the Scorp. Uh-oh. That was close, but now the game is getting interesting. It's getting really interesting. Mustangs is good for him, obviously. We don't care. We could go fire. Could go fire with Phantom Rays. That would be not a horrible idea here. Quite a huge investment, but could pay off. Or we could just go simply into armored units, right? We could simply go into armored units. We don't even need to worry about some fire cheese. Let's do that. So we'll go into, is it Wraith or is it a Phantom Ray? Feels like Phantom Ray is better. Like, what is the HP of a Phantom Ray? It's 6,800 times 3, so 20k. And what's the HP of a Wraith? 29k. Okay, so I guess I'll go Wraith. If he's not going to go into Phoenixes, you shouldn't need to go into Phoenixes here. Go into 3 Wraiths with armor, and let's win the game here. Let's hope our positioning is correct. We are not really a Wraith player, but we have to call upon the power of the Wraith. Does this need to be more forward? Maybe it does. That should be good, right? You shouldn't be able to kill this, right? High IQ plays. Please. Yes, we fully block all the damage. We are doing very, very good here. But unfortunately, the tanks are going to die a very quick death, meaning we will only survive by our air units, which is not enough to kill them. But it's still a very good job, I feel. All things considered, that was a very good job. Now, a Marksman Phoenix is going to be the response, right? So what do? You don't go into Improved Sandworm. You got to go something. I mean, is it just Mass Crawler? I don't think so. You could go into Mass Crawler. Phoenix, I mean, a Marksman probably doesn't care about that. Probably going to Phantom Rays, but Phantom Rays in front of this. Phantom Rays with oil. Like, what is the play? Or I think, well, how much damage did these guys do? 34k, 50k. How much damage did these guys do? They did some damage. I feel like you give up I feel like you give up on these guys and you just go in with more these guys. And the range is, you know, you're gonna have to go shield. We just keep going. Just keep pushing. Wait a second. I'm getting some kind of weird comments here. I don't know what to make about that. What do we do? Do we just missile this? Probably. Okay. Yep, Phoenixes. So what can you do? You know, you don't want to go Phantom Ray here. right? You know, it's just a 1-round cheese, but then you just overwhelm him with mass wasp. The wasps could have been more further forward, that's true. Let's see if we can overwhelm. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. It's looking sad. It's looking very sad. We finally hit a roadblock here with our strategy. Okay, sandworms don't do anything. What is this? High damage fangs now. So do you just go like, the fangs are doing the damage, aren't they? Yes. So now you just go into war crimes. Yes or no? Oh yeah, you get the free Vulcan as well. Okay. So do I sell out of this or do I sell out of this, get another Vulcan? I think you want to definitely click Vulcan war crimes first. Get another one. Right, this is back to our past, the way we used to play this game. With a very cheesy mindset. Click speed, and you know, ideally get another one. You don't need much. You don't need much else. Sell this, get another one. Don't need much else. This is all we need. It's all we need. Question is, do you get this? Do you get this? You think you get a lot of these guys. Let's not put them super forward. Let's put them on this line, and let's go for it. He's got EMP. He doesn't need the EMP. He actually had the Assault Scorpion card the entire time. Okay. Wastes a lot of money on missiles. I'm not worried. He shouldn't be worried about the Wraith. The Wraith just instantly die. He's probably thinking we're going to put like Wasp in front or something, or Phantom Rays in front, which makes sense, but the shield is golden for him. He needs shields. He needs a lot of shields. Hopefully these guys can get in front. It's not happening. But maybe it's enough fire to actually to be able to solve this. I hope I can win here. I feel like I played this as well as I possibly could have. To lose here, it would feel kind of disappointing. I think we lose. But I just don't know what else we could have done. Just don't know what else we could have done. But let's put it this way. His response was pretty damn good. His response was pretty damn good. The only thing I'm thinking is, do you need Phantom Rays instead of Wraith? Right, because the Phantom Rays, they die slower to the Phoenix. That could have been our mistake. We could have, the mistake was probably going Wraith, wasn't it? Alright, so I'm suspecting my mistake was the Wraith, right? Let's see how much damage we did. 900 with the Wraith, but the Wraith got super easy countered. And as I said before, the name of this game is, you know, are we supposed to be going Phantom Ray or Wasp? I never said anything about going Wraith. And maybe that's where the problem came from. Or maybe we go War Crimes this round, right? It's either that or, you know, but I do feel like, you know, you do want some units in front. This is kind of perfect because the units are moving forward. The Wasps weren't the best unit to go into here because he didn't have a melter. Right, that's the first thing we have to consider. The Wasp is for the melter. It's not for the Scorpion. So we should have probably went Phantom Rays just from the get-go. That being said, the Fangs will destroy Phantom Rays. You know, especially if they click shield, you know, it would take quite a long time to kill them. And you know, you need some kind of fire oil, perhaps. And you can see here, the problem is the Wasps move forward. They don't actually, there's no tanking going on from the Wasp. We might be able to cheese this round, but it's not that huge of a victory. I guess it's similar. It's 600. We didn't do that much more in our original playthrough. And you know, the only problem is if you want to click shield, it's going to be pretty bad. So this could have worked. Is it the right play? I don't know. Do we just go straight into like some kind of maybe a poor man's war crime? Which is just this plus the oil. Remember, I didn't even borrow this round because I knew that I wasn't ready to win yet. It's a very, very poor man's work run, I think. So you probably want to like light this on fire, I think. Go for temp range. Maybe we need to upgrade. I will borrow, actually. Just upgrade our stuff. There you go. No temp range. Might be a mistake. These guys have 130 range. These guys have 50 range. It's a huge problem. But man, look at this. You don't even need armor. You just need the fire. No, okay, the fire's not enough here. That's pretty bad. I was expecting that to do a lot better. So, was the Wraith the right play, or was it the Phantom Ray? Or can we somehow manage to power through with just the Wasp himself? We just click range. We'll just keep building more of them. Still, they are extremely outranged. Like I said, I feel like our play was quite good, like with the Wraith. I'm actually still proud of the play, but I just don't know if, you know, I should have went Phantom Ray instead. But if we can figure out this situation, we figure out all situations, pretty much. Keep powering through, but man, what about these red fangs? These red fangs are deadly. So deadly. You gotta have something that has a shield. So do you just go Phantom Rays but keep them more further up? Or like do you go for the Phantom Ray oil play? Can you even afford oil and like the fire? And can you afford armor? You cannot afford armor. I can sell this, but you know. Okay, I can get armor. So is this the way we're supposed to play it? This would be quite interesting if it is the way to play it here. But where's the third Phantom Ray? There's no third Phantom Ray. There's only 2 Phantom Rays. That's not good. Let's see what happens here. I don't like this. I don't feel like this is good enough. I feel like you need 3 Phantom Rays. You're double teched on 2 Phantom Rays. There's no way that's gonna work. Where's the fire? There it is. How good are the 2 Phantom Rays gonna carry? Phantom Ray oil is always the classic counter to this. It doesn't look like it's gonna work. Nope. All right. So it's not Phantom Ray oil fire. I'm thinking back and I'm just thinking it's just Phantom Rays, right? Never ever go into Wraith because the Wraith is it just dies too easy. It's a single target. Phantom Rays, you have 3 targets. It does have less HP overall, but it just, you know, it's just a better tanky unit. And maybe I just put them a little bit forward. I mean, you know, the thing is you need range now for these guys. Right? Range is an extra 100. I cannot afford that. So what I can do is I can go for a single level 1 Phantom Ray, perhaps. Which I don't know if it does anything. Or I could just go for 2 Phantom Rays only. Right, just go 2 Phantom Rays only. Click armor. I mean, click not this. Click the armor, and then I can click range. Right, so now I have like maybe unkillable Phantom Rays, and everything else is gonna sit behind. Look at the range, 90 versus 60. So this is gonna, it's not gonna exactly move forward. It's not exactly gonna Should probably upgrade this guy. Let's see what happens here. Is this legitimate? Is this legitimate? Clicking range on the Wasp just because you have a tank in front, I don't love that. I think with the you had 50 range on the Wraith, so that means you don't need range. So this is why I like the Wraith. How good is range in general on the Wasp? Probably not amazing. Phantom Rays are kind of still alive. How much damage do we do here? Does look like it is the solution, but how much damage? We do 1,000? Maybe that is the solution. Back to watch later. Okay, so he had 2,400. With the Wraith play, we got him down to... Okay, so similar. We spent one less tech, but the thing is the Phantom Ray armor just lasts slightly longer, right? Because he goes into these... goes into some crazy level phoenixes, and you know but the thing is the phoenixes would also kill the phoenixes would also kind of kill the Phantom Race, is what I'm thinking, right? Like how's this that, like, do we just need chaff to run it forward or something? Like, what is the... Do we just need to have underground crawlers and just tons of crawlers coming in? Well, let's take a look here. Let's say we go underground, upgrade everything, underground crawler, 3 more crawlers. Can we just break through using pure crawler brute force? So many upgrades required. Can sell something, get 1 more upgrade. We need 2 more upgrades. I might just sell a tank here because tanks are not useful. Let's see what happens here. Surely the Fangs, you know, the underground is... Well, the Phoenixes have locked on, haven't they? Yes, they have. So that's not good. So nothing really happened there. We lost harder. So what happened in this round? He went for the Phoenix. Did he go for the missile? We had 1 more round after this. He went for the missile on the next round. What if we try the underground crawlers in front? Does that do anything? Or do I just give up this idea of underground crawler? I think underground crawler doesn't do anything. We're losing the ground because we lost the ground already. Going underground crawlers isn't going to make it that much better for us. Plus the missiles will absolutely wreck us in the following round, but... Phoenixes lock on. Doesn't do anything. So, we've determined that you could go Phantom Rays, but the problem is you need the, you need the range on the Wasp. I guess you need the range anyways on the Wasp, but the range on the Wasp doesn't match the range. You're still far away from the range on the Fangs. The Fangs are murking the Wasps. So I'm a little bit unsure. This play seemed to have worked out quite well. The only problem is now, what do you do with the, what do you do that can fly in front of this? Do you go for just Fangs? But how would that be good? They would just suicide themselves into the would suicide themselves. I mean, the Wasps would suicide themselves into the Fangs. So... Cannot go Worm because of the Scorpion. Perhaps you can go Worm, I don't know. I doubt it though, because, I mean, what if you go like Worm... Yeah, I kind of doubt Worm is the solution. So the only thing now is maybe Phantom Rays in front. And I'll just click, I'll go for Shield instead of level 2. Maybe I can go, maybe I want to upgrade my... This is a very, very delicate situation. You're just putting layers and layers of stuff for layers and layers of their counters. Quite a tough situation to be in for us. I might have put the Wasp, but these guys a tad too far forward. Probably should have made them a little bit further behind. See, because these guys are, yeah, they're into the party like way before the Wraiths are into the party. So they're not doing enough to tank. Kind of feels like we're just on the back foot here. I mean, the way we played it seems to be already pretty optimal compared to the way we're trying to work things out. Do you really click range here? Does range do anything? Probably, right? You click range. Do I just elite? Do I click range and I just elite recruit a couple more? Is that our game plan? Just overwhelm with Wraith? Probably. This probably is better. Sell out. Temp range, temp speed. 100 left over. Maybe an armor. Maybe an attack. Shields are super annoying. That's part of the problem here. Play kind of makes sense, but the Wasps are still getting targeted. That's the problem. That's the problem when you have range. Now you're not tanking for the Wasp. So every single time you change something, things just... what about Degen Beam? I like going all in on the Wraith. Because we're already committed into the Wraith, so... Does the Degen Beam... Is that the magic answer here? A little bit cheaper even. Wish this Wraith was a little bit more forward. There's 175 range, so that's not going to get hit with the Degen Beam. So... It might be able to affect the Fangs slightly, but it doesn't do that all that much. Maybe the side Degen, maybe the side Degen Beam's doing a lot. Nope. So what we did was we doubled down on more Wasps. That's what we did. The range is 60. This range is 50, so if you wanted to tank, you have to get more range here, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is just more units on the ground. Could get shield, or we could just get more, just go into more Wasp, right? Did we try to go into more Wasp? Just pure Wasp. Did we try to put them a little bit more forward? instant lock on, near instant death. Doesn't do anything. I would have liked the Phantom Rays a lot more. They would have survived more. We could have clicked. If we clicked shield on the Phantom Ray, probably would have been a lot better. And how did we do here? We did way worse than I think the actual playthrough. So I'm just thinking next time I just go Phantom Rays. Right? This Wraith is just not. It's not. You know. You don't have the shield tech. They're just not that tanky. We went for the armor when we lost how much? 2,500. We still lost a crap ton. What if we just go, I mean, we already tried the Phantom Rays at this point. Phantom Rays are not doing anything. What about Phantom Ray shield? We already tried that, right? Or Phantom Ray armor. Probably want armor because as scary as the scary as those phoenixes are, the fangs are scarier, I think. I think by the time this comes, everything's already dead. This does 6,400. Okay, so you're still two-shotting. Only problem is that the Wasps are a bit... They kind of sit in forward too much. You need range on the Wasp. I actually like the idea of range on the Wasp. We still lose a lot of HP here. I think I'll go Phantom Ray with armor and then click shield. Like that would be my play, I think. If there's any you know, Wasp specialists out there, please let me know if we could have done anything better. Because I just don't like how the Wraith kind of moves forward a little too much. It just dies instantly. Phantom Rays, if you click shield, they're not going to die that quick. You have shield, you have armor. Wraith, you don't have shield. It's just one unit. The range, did it do anything? Not really. Okay, I think I'm running out of ideas here. I think I just default back to the previous round and just say that we don't play Wraith anymore. We play Phantom Ray. And it's completely our fault for believing into the Wraith. If we can't win this round, we're not going to win the last round. So I'll just redo, just for my own practice, what I should have done this round. I think you have to borrow. I think not borrowing was a bit arrogant. Just, you know, it's very, very not good to not borrow. Yeah, we probably need range on this. We have to. The thing is, we're short 100, so I guess I'll just upgrade my stuff instead. Click temp range. Maybe move these guys just a little bit further up, not too far up, so they'll make sure these guys get locked first. Problem is the back chaff. They're not going to care. They're going to take a real long time to lock onto stuff. So that's kind of the problem. But I wish I played it like this. We can always click range next on the Wasp if we feel like the Phantom Rays are tanking. But the fact that you have to click range and shield on the it's kind of bad. Let's see how we do here. Like we might, you know. Okay, we lose all the tanks, unfortunately. Just a very minor victory, like before. 500. So exactly like how we played it. And what if we click range, just out of curiosity? I'm glad he actually sold out of the Phoenix. That was pretty lucky. So if we click range, where are we here? Yeah, I think a single level 1 is going to be a little bit difficult. It's not going to tank that much. I think you need the full level 2. I think it's fine, you know. You put it here, it's going to tank for a while. We do have range now, so we'll upgrade some of the levels. Temp speed. And let's just see how this goes. Right, we've already tried this before, but we're just double checking for our own educational stake. The Wasps could be a little bit further forward, like they're firing. There's about 2 seconds where, you know, they weren't firing anything. The Phantom Rays are certainly tanking. And we might end up with a much larger victory here. So I think this is the way to play it with the range. Look at this, right? 1,000 damage. So after all that, we have determined that we go for Phantom Ray and we range the Wasp. You know, it is what it is. That's the way you play it. It's more expensive because you already click round spec, but you know, it's the way that we have to move on. Right, this is basically the perfect. It's not the perfect response because he didn't anticipate the Phantom Ray, but it's really our response is basically it's better than the Wraith because we did more damage. Right, we did 1,000 damage, and if you go back, we only did 500. Right? Oh yeah, no, we did 1,000, but still, we did 1,000. So I mean. I just think, you know, at the end of the day, you can click shield on the Phantom Ray. You cannot click shield on the Wraith. So for that reason, we're all talking the same price. The Wraith doesn't do anything, right? You need the Phantom Ray here. So that's what I'm going to conclude. In the very last round, you know, Hail Mary, fire. You know, it was a good theory, but fortunately, you can't get the fire to spread that far. I mean, I'll give it another try, but I highly doubt that this fire is going to work. I could even sell a Wraith here because we know that the Wraiths don't do anything. Go for 4 of them? That's kind of nuts. That's just real nuts, but maybe that's what we need. Let's see what happens here. I don't want the speed. Maybe it's just all about this side, these side Vulcans. Maybe we could have still won. Maybe. Okay, wait a second. I have to take that back. We could have still won this round. And if you do 1,100 plus the, you know, the 1,000, you know, he's getting quite low. I don't think it's an immediate victory, but we're doing very good. So. The positioning of the side ones are very important. This is probably, you know, I don't know if it's too forward or not, but you could probably play with the beacon here. But already, you know, a better spread, especially on the side ones, seems to be kind of what you need here. All right. I'm pretty happy with our analysis here. We learned a lot.